I wanted to make this video for you today because if you've ever worried or wondered or struggled with how to put your work out there, especially if you're doing it online and on video, I thought this would be the perfect time to record this and explain a little something to you. So, in case you're watching this video for the first time, my name's Jenny Kovacs. I'm internationally known as the Queen of Being Seen because visibility is my thing. Your visibility. You being seen, you being heard, you being visible is why I jump out of bed in the mornings. And it's interesting. I think the reason I'm passionate about this is because I've watched so many people through professional employees to executive leadership people to self-employed and authors and consultants and freelancers really struggle to put themselves out there. Specifically, not because they lack confidence, but because they don't know what to say or they don't know what to do. So, what am I talking about and why am I doing this now? As you can probably hear in the background, I'm working from home today and you can probably hear a faint buzz in the background, which at times today has become really loud. People are out doing the gardeners. We've got leaf blowing, we've got all sorts of things going on. And when you are doing tasks where you want to just get on and do something without any disturbance, this isn't really a great sound. But why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I reckon in the last few months or so, I have seen a very sharp increase in people pitching their services in an unsolicited way. Now, whenever I see this, I always assume that somebody's teaching it, telling them to do it, or worse still, that they're seeing other people doing it and they're thinking, I'm going to do this too. So, what am I talking about? So, I'll give you one example. Example number one. If you're thinking about working with me or your organisation or you personally, I will offer a link to schedule a call and book. And in that link, I'll ask you just a couple of different questions. You look at a time that's good for your calendar, I look at a time that's good for mine, but it's all done automatically and you can book a call. Now, I reckon in the last couple of years, really since kind of the close out of the pandemic, I've seen people use this to book onto my calendar, onto my schedule, and then want to promote their goods, their products or their services. That's not what that link's for. And when you do that to anyone, not only does that little buzzy annoyance right on cue there in the background, not only does it annoy the person that you're doing that with, it actually tarnishes your visibility, so therefore your professional reputation. Because when I want services, when I want your product, when I want to have a conversation, you'll know and I'll come to you and like I'll sign up for your webinar or your class or book a call with you or jump on and say, here's what I'm thinking, here's what I want to do. So if you've been taught to do this, I don't really care who's teaching you to do it. This is the video equivalent of read the room. Okay, so I would stop doing this. The other thing that one of my clients has been talking about a lot recently is they said, oh, somebody seems really interested in this thing that I'm putting on and they've sent me a message. So I've said, great. They've asked me, like, how do I respond to this message, Jenny? Because my visibility is really about visibility that sells you, sells your services, sells your products and all good things like that. So when they read the message back to me, a little alarm bell went ringing in my head. Because what I realised was, whoever was sending this message to my client wasn't sending the message so that they could find out more about their services. They were trying to shoehorn their services in instead. Again, don't do this. Now, why am I saying don't do this? And don't do this or don't do that is my least favourite way to either coach or mentor someone. So I don't do it very often. But the reason that I say this is, when you are hell-bent on chasing down, pinning down that one person that you think is your ideal client and the ideal person that you need to work with, what you're actually doing is you're missing out on everybody else who are, the people who are looking for you, the businesses or the companies or the ideal customers that are looking for you. They are looking for what you sell. They are looking for what you offer, but you're so busy down a rabbit hole having determined that you found your low-hanging fruit or your ideal person, that you're missing all of these people instead. And essentially you're wasting your really hard-earned time too. So don't do that. Instead, anything that you're tempted to shoehorn into somebody's link or to shoehorn into a private message, make it into a piece of content that you can share somewhere publicly instead. This could be your website, this could be social media, this could be when you're out and about in real life networking with people. It could even be something you have on a business card, on a flyer, on a pamphlet, or something that you give to people, but only when they express an interest or a need in what you do. Saying hello to you doesn't indicate that they're interested in working with you. Asking you to book a call with them to talk about how you could work with them doesn't indicate their interest to work with you. And shoehorning yourself in is the worst kind of visibility there is, because you don't know people's networks, you don't know who they are connected to, and all that will do is spread like wildfire. I know, because I've been in rooms where people have said, oh no, stay away from that person, they do this, or oh gosh, I've been in masterminds and programs and people have said, oh, this person, screenshot, no hidden name or face or anything, they keep doing this, how do I stop them, what do I do? So do yourself a solid and do this thing instead. Look at why you do what you do, who your audience is, like who they really are, and it might be more than one ideal client. Look at your business and what it's constructed to do. So you might not do any offline in-person networking, that's okay. Then you work the online networking piece to how you do that. You might be someone who's looking for more speaking gigs. Well, make sure that when you are talking about your business, it's out there in a way that people can recognise you and know that you want to speak. And just by adding something like speaker to your title doesn't necessarily demonstrate that. Do you know how many times I've been asked to speak somewhere and I've asked, are you looking for more people? And they've said yes. And it might be on a very specific topic. Somebody springs to mind. I look for them, I Google them, and I can't find any evidence of them uttering a word. Lots of pictures, maybe lots of written posts, but nothing that shows that they speak. So just adding the word speaker doesn't necessarily make you a speaker. So think about your business model and how it's built. And also think about how you can enhance your credibility, how you can get your work out there, how you can get yourself out there, how you can let people know about your forthcoming product or offering or book. Think about a way that works for the people that you need to have or be heard to. Think about how you can demonstrate your credibility without shoehorning something into them. So, all of that to say, if you're wondering why a visibility specialist, known as the Queen of Being Seen, is doing a video on pitching, it's because I have 5 key pillars to being visible. And on one of them, we talk about sales, we talk about presentations that sell, we talk about sales conversation. And for those people that work privately with me, if this is an area that they want to go deeper in, we go into it there too. But there's 5 other pillars. So you might be wondering, well, what are these 5 pillars that you speak of, Jenny? Well, if you look underneath this video, wherever you're watching, you'll see a link. If you click on the link, put in your name or first name and your email address, and do put in a proper email address, because once you do that, the system will automatically send you my Visibility Vibe system, which is my signature system, my signature program, which was created more than a decade ago, okay? And it still works to this day. So tap on the link below, put in your email address, and put in your name, and you'll get the 5 key pillars. And it's a start. And guess what? I won't shoehorn a pitch to you. If you have ever been curious about, well, how can I work with you, Jenny, on a one-to-one basis, on a mentoring basis, so that I can just get myself out there quickly, because I don't have time to waste. I'm ambitious, I'm driven, people already know about my work, and I want even more people to see me, then let me know, send me a message somewhere, and I will send you a link for you to book a call and for us to speak. Not for me to sell to you, and definitely not for you to sell to me. That's it. Bye for now.